Hi, I'm Atticus Palmer. I'm a senior at UCF, double majoring in engineering and tech theater, and I work as a mechanical engineer in the theme park industry. So, communication as an engineer is so important. You might think, oh, you're just sitting at your desk doing math all day, but that is only about 10% of the actual work. The rest of it is communicating with other departments, conveying that information to people who have different backgrounds, whether that's technical, non-technical, art and design, technicians, being able to communicate with other departments and get along with other departments is such a critical skill. So it's really important taking your tone into account when you're presenting information. Obviously this talks a lot about tone and how that can be perceived. Another really important thing from the course that I found really applicable is nonverbal communication. So a lot of my meetings are online over Teams, and initially I did not want to have my webcam on. I was shy, but it is so much easier communicating with someone if you can actually see them. Their tone comes across so much more because, like the book's saying, there is a whole other layer of communication. Just think, if I'm talking like this, my voice hasn't changed, but I'm suddenly standing like this. You get a completely different vibe than if I'm talking to you like this or if I'm talking to you like this. So being able to actually pick up on those nonverbal cues is so important. That also ties into technology and interpersonal relationships, especially in this past year. A lot of stuff's been online. So technology's played a really big part, and it's sort of a double-edged sword in my opinion. I feel like it is a lot easier to connect with people at any point in time, but I think in the same way that nonverbal communication is lost, I think there is a certain level of nuance that's missing in entirely virtual communication. Even in interpersonal relationships, it's so much easier, I find, to talk to someone in person. There's entire extra layers of communication that are there that aren't there online. And speaking of interpersonal relationships, this is a bit of a tangent, but the last topic I wanted to cover was providing emotional support. That's a very important thing to me, and I agree. I think it's very important to be empathetic, not be a solver. If someone comes to you with a problem, don't immediately try to, I'm going to fix that without being prompted. Don't offer unsolicited advice. Sometimes it's best just to be able to listen and not make it about yourself, which completely different than talking about theme parks. But overall, I do think this past year especially has changed a lot of communication and how that works for us. And I think being able to touch in and touch base with a course like this has been very helpful.